Thank you. Your dad really loves you. All right, I'm going to need the lights on in the, please, if you would. Turn them, there we go, thank you. I should have grabbed the right board. You tried to warn me. Hang on. There it is. All right, so we are in our third and final night in our series, Good Sex. God talks about it, so should we, right? And so we've had some really good talks in the small group. Some of your leaders have said that it's been good, very respectful, some great questions, some great discussions. Now your schools, we're talking about being responsible. Your schools will try and tell you that wearing a condom is being responsible. Your school will try to tell you that practicing safe sex is being responsible. Right? I know your schools do because I am a part of your school system here and I just hear what goes on. As a matter of fact, I was really proud of Maine West High School. I don't know if it went out to all high schools. I was really proud of Maine West High Schools who made dancing rules for their prom. Did you guys hear that yet? What's that? Well, there's absolutely what they call no grinding, no girls doing other things, anything sexual. They will cut off a wristband. If you had a wristband. If they catch you once, they cut it off. If they catch you twice, they kick you out. Okay? I was so proud of the schools for finally taking a step in the right direction. It's because, listen to me, parents send their kids to schools and to school dances hoping that really their kids don't get treated that way. Okay, just because the parents aren't looking doesn't mean that they shouldn't be chaperoned well. So I appreciate the fact that the schools made some progress in that. But what's more responsible than the schools saying to wear a condom? What's more responsible than talking about safe sex? Not having sex until you're married. I wish they would teach that a little bit more. I wish they would teach abstinence. Fighting to be sexually pure isn't easy. It's hard at times. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite characters in the Bible is the role that Joel portrayed, Joseph here. I really like him. He had a hard life, but he had some challenges. His dad favored him, and that meant that his brothers hated him for it. His dad gave him some special gift of a coat, and his brothers didn't like him for it. His brothers ended up selling him in as a slave, and he ended up being Potiphar's in Potiphar's house and being his slave. Potiphar trusted him, okay? But there were certain things that were off limits, right? And Mrs. Potty was one of them, that she was off limits to him. And Joseph showed that he was even responsible when it came to being tempted sexually. And I hope that as a result of tonight, you will learn that a little bit better. Mrs. Potiphar wasn't a very good woman, you know? She wanted a piece of the HSB, the hot slave boy, right? I think we overestimate, though, our ability to be responsible. I think we overestimate, especially you guys, your ability to resist temptation. God says we can. And I believe that you can resist temptation. I want to hear you say, I can be responsible. I can be responsible. Yeah, now say it like you mean it. I can be responsible. Right? We can be responsible when it comes to resisting temptation, okay? Like you saw Joseph. I mean, sometimes we just need a little bit of self-control. Now, self-control, as I understand it, is knowing that you can, but deciding that you won't. Right? There's a lot of things you can do that's not against the law, right? You can do a lot of things, but deciding that you won't. You can hold hands with a girl. Guys, you can hold hands with your girlfriend. Guys, you can make out with a girlfriend. You can. It's not against the law, okay? You can, guys, you can even have sex with a girl before you get married. It's not against the law. Self-control is knowing that you can, but deciding you won't. And teenagers, listen to me. We need to be responsible when it comes to self-control, deciding that you are not going to do it just because you can do it. Like Joseph shared some self-control as well. I want you to get your Bibles out. I'm not going to put it up on the screen, so pull your Bibles out under your chair, share a Bible, turn to page 33. If somebody in the back row can help the front row, there's no Bibles up here, so if some of you can help. Everybody get one out, page 33 in your Bibles, okay? Both sides, yeah. Thank you. So share a Bible. We're going to be in Genesis chapter 39. All right, get there. All right, you got it? Anybody else need a Bible? Page 33, yeah. Here. Chapter 39. I got it on my paper. All right. Okay, if you can listen to me, I wanted you to be able to hold your Bibles because, listen, hopefully you can hold your Bibles more than a Wednesday night, more than a Sunday, okay? Open your Bibles, hold it, read it, okay? I know a lot of you have apps for your Bibles, and that's fine, but just holding it and reading is just so powerful. So I want to encourage you to do that, okay? Genesis chapter 39, and I'm going to start in verse 6, okay? So Potiphar gave Joseph complete administrative responsibility over everything he owned. With Joseph there, he didn't worry about a thing except what kind of food to eat. Joseph was a very handsome and well-built young man, and Potiphar's wife soon began to look at him lustfully. "Come and sleep with me," she demanded. Verse 8, but Joseph refused. "Look," he told her, "my master trusts me with everything in his entire household. No one has more authority than I do. He has held back nothing from me except you because you are his wife. How could I do such a wicked thing? It would be a great sin against who?" She kept putting pressure on Joseph day after day, but he refused to sleep with her, and he kept out of her way as much as possible. One day, however, no one else was around when he went to do his work. She came and grabbed him by his cloak, demanding, "Come on, sleep with me." Joseph tore himself away, but he left his cloak in her hand as he ran from the house. When she saw that she was holding his cloak and he had fled, she called out to the servants. Soon all the men came running. "Look," she said, "my husband has brought this Hebrew slave here to make fools of us. He came into my room to rape me, but I screamed. When he heard my scream, he ran outside and got away, but he left his cloak behind me." Many men who were in Joseph's position as a slave, many men would have fallen to that trap. I mean, to anybody else that happens, they would be like, "Oh, she's hot. She wants me. As long as you don't tell your husband, all right, we're good, right?" They would have easily fallen to that temptation. Many men would have. When I was, hey, Bob, can you hand me that baseball glove? I used to play baseball when I was a kid. Here's a picture of me. Actually, it's not me. I just found that on the internet. Okay. Who plays baseball in high school? Who's been playing for a long time? You're a baseball player. Who's a high school baseball player? Are there any high school baseball players here? Yeah, you're a player. All right. This is my mitt from high school. I was an outfielder. Here, you wear this. Now, I'm going to give you a scenario, and you tell me what you would do, all right? Because in baseball, what I know about baseball is that you have to be ready and prepared all the time. Now, I personally think that baseball is kind of slow, all right? There's not a lot of action, not quite as much as NASCAR. But baseball, you have to be ready at every single pitch. So I'm going to give you a scenario, all right? And you tell me what you would do, what's going through your head, all right? Ready? You're playing shortstop, one out, man on second, a left-handed batter. What's going through your mind? Some things that are going through your mind.